Hey guys, BikeBlogger here. Going out for a lunch ride. Yeah, I still got my goofy sunglasses I'm not so crazy about right now. Geez, that's the one thing about the winter. Got a whole bunch of gear to put on. You got a couple layers of pants. I got a coat, gloves, big bulky gloves. Just a lot of gear. Not as much as like a police officer or a fireman, but still just a lot of stuff to put on, a little bit of a hassle. But it's all worth it to go out and bicycle during the winter. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh boy, it's a little chilly, just a little. We're gonna go left. Gonna go left here. Whew. What to talk about? Well, gas prices, they're down. Well, it says 240 over there in that sign to my left. I've seen gas prices of like 225. So I don't know. I've heard that the gas prices are like below $2 a gallon in some parts of the country. It's all that shale oil that they're getting, I think, that's really dropping prices. Whew. These glasses are darker, these sunglasses. Darker than my other sunglasses I had. So, today we're going to Forest Park. I had I had been planning on going to Tower Grove Park, but decided to go Forest Park's sort of my default go-to park, so going there today. I do need to take the ride to Tower Grove sometime. I'm gonna burn up here. It's I think it's nearing 50 degrees Fahrenheit today. Whew. Climbing the hill right now. All right, take it easy. Whew. All right, I'm gonna go all the way up this hill. Whew. Yeah, like I said, it's warmer today than it's been in a little while. Sun isn't out though, so it's a little cold. Oh, this is a big hill. Sort of in the steps here. Okay. Climb this way now. Nice and easy. Don't want to expend all of our energy. You only have like about or most people only have like about a minute or two of, I don't know, what do they call it? Just extra energy. Like 110% output. And once you expend that, it takes a little while to recover it. These videos would probably make good exercise videos. Huh. What's going on up there? They got a new building going up. I don't know why I haven't noticed that before. I'm on Craft right now, Avenue or whatever. Street, Craft Street. Okay, we'll make a right. go straight a little further here on Clayton Avenue. Take a left here. So straight ahead, past this next intersection is Oakland Avenue. That will get me to the park. Oh man, I'm sweating. It is not cold enough outside. Alright, we're getting the left lane here. We're gonna make a left. I'm gonna go, what is that? Clockwise around the park today. Changing things up. The left here. No one coming, okay. Alright, we're in the park now. You just leisurely go around here, see no hands. Leisurely go around here. I had two hands now. And then we'll head back to work after this. It's a good, great way to break up the day, to go for a ride in the park. I happen to be fortunate enough to work in such an area that I'm within a few miles of a city park. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy riding on the streets too. What I like to call some big bike trails with some big machines, that is vehicles. So yeah, in my previous video I was talking about my new sunglasses, which I'm wearing now. They weren't really cheap compared to my 99-cent sunglasses, at least. And I'm gonna be switching back to them, I think, the cheapo sunglasses. You know, more expensive is not always better. You gotta be very, you gotta do your research. I thought these were the ones, you know, the sunglasses I was gonna use forever. But no. So there's a, that's a good example of, you know, buying something online and it not ending up to be exactly all you had hoped for. So I guess another good reason to actually go to a brick and mortar store and in your town and try on a bunch of things. Usually I have pretty good luck with picking stuff out online. It's really convenient too, because instead of having to bicycle to a store or drive to a store and haul, you know, whatever the stuff is you got. I don't have a trailer or anything for my bike. Instead of hauling it all the way back, you know, it's just delivered directly to your door. Makes it really easy for people who don't own cars and just own bikes. I happen to own a car though, so could have done that, but I don't like to drive, so to each his own. most people don't seem to like to bike, and I don't think they like to drive either. So let's see, I got the old microphone on right now. It's got a little clip. It's like a lapel or a lavalier microphone. So you clip it on your clothing. I actually have it clipped on the chest mount for my camera. I mean, I could clip it a little higher, close to my mouth, but I think it's close enough that you can hear me pretty clearly, hopefully. 21.6 miles per hour. On a gradual downhill, taking it pretty easy. Yeah, it's one of those tricky things. I don't tend to wear long sleeve shirts. I usually get hot, so I usually wear a short sleeve, you know, even when I'm sitting down at a computer at work or something, I just get hot. So I could have tried to come out here without a coat on, you know, without wearing a coat today, since it is, you know, mid 40s degree Fahrenheit and a little higher maybe. But there was the risk, you know, that I could have froze to death. So I wore my coat, but I'm really feeling pretty hot and sweaty right now. So, oh well, live and learn. Maybe next time I'll just wear my t-shirt, basically, my short sleeve shirt. There it goes again. There goes my chain. Just fell off again. So we're just sort of like rolling forward right now. And now we're gonna stop. Okay. So let me fix this again. Yep. This is something I'm gonna have to really gonna have to fix this. I can't keep riding around town like this. This is dangerous. So the issue, I think, is that this chain is just too slack. You know, it was more tight, but over time, you know, chains do stretch. This is a prime example of that. So, good thing I got a glove on. I'm not getting a lot of nasty stuff on myself here. Okay. Alright, so the chain's back on again. Yeah, this is this is ridiculously slack. No wonder it keeps falling off. So, well, that's gonna have to be fixed. Jeez. Bunch of nasty chain oil on me now. So, shoot, yeah. I'm gonna have to figure something out, like, you know, well, I guess one of the first things I need to figure out, I need to get back on the bike trail, so here we go. See if it falls off again. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure something out. I'm gonna need to, let's see. I'm gonna need to switch gears on my bicycle. That is, I'm going to need to change the chain ring and or the cog in the back, such that, you know, the chain rests on my bike tighter. Or an easier thing to do, since I have it, is to just install a chain tensioner. You know, that way you know, as the chain begins to stretch and stuff, you know, you can you can readjust the tension on it. I really don't want to do that though, because that's just another thing, another piece of the bike, more friction you're having to work against. Basically what I would consider wasted energy. So 18 miles per hour. So I'm not sure really what to do. Okay, so here's the thing. If I go to a larger chain ring on the front, that'll make it harder to pedal because it'll increase the gear ratio. Similarly, if I make the cog on the back of my bike smaller, it'll be harder. So to make it just as about the same, difficulty, I need to increase the size in the front and decrease the size in the back, or increase the size in the back and decrease the size in the front. Although I have less modulation the one way versus the other, so there's that issue. All right, so the chain fell off again, I think. So I don't know. I need to just get back home. I need to be able to get back now. I can't have this keep falling off on me. Alright. Let this be a lesson to anyone else that tries to do what I do. Alright, it's on there again. Alright, well, keep going here. I just got to take it easy. Like, don't ride my bike on the grass. Oh, man. So, well, I guess what I'm saying is that for now, I got to keep my... another reason why a chain will fall off like that is because a big reason is the chain line, between your front chain ring and your rear cog. There's an angle. It's not perfectly straight, and it's got to be pretty much perfectly straight, otherwise it will fall off. And I think mine is angled. So perhaps just changing the number of spacers between my rear cog and my frame would help tremendously, at least with it in terms of it falling off. Possibly. I could feel it trying to fall off there. Yeah, sorry to that past cyclist. I think he might have said hi and I wasn't really paying attention. So I got some mechanical issues going on here, and right now I'm just trying to get back. Yeah, so obviously being a single speed, I do some intense climbing. Put a lot of stress on the crank and the chain as I'm going up hills, so that obviously is going to wear on the chain. And see, now when I just coast like this, the chain is just sitting, you know, on the rings. And if I hit a bump, it could fall off. It might not fall off as easily if I'm, you know, pedaling, because I'm putting stress on the chain, you know. So, big truck. So I guess the answer is to just don't stop pedaling. I need to pedal like I'm riding a fixed gear right now. But no, what I was going to say is that temporarily what I need to do, I guess, is just put on a chain tensioner, and then maybe buy another chain ring or something. Because I do have a bunch of cogs, so rear cogs, so I can swap between those pretty easily. But I need to find a chain ring that'll work with the right size cog, that'll give me the right size gear ratio. So something like probably 44/16 or something. And by that I mean 44 teeth in the front, 16 teeth in the back. And I'll probably lose a link out of my bicycle chain. But to do all that, I need to order the part, or see if they have one in stock locally. So that's another option, I guess. It's got to be a single speed chain ring though, which are not as common. That is one that's not pinned, and that is, by pinned I mean, you know, it has a rivet or something on it to, I guess as a protective measure, but to separate it from a smaller chain ring that might be on a geared bike. Since I only have one gear though on my bike, I only need a basic flat chain ring with tall teeth. So that would theoretically prevent the chain from coming off as easily. Right now the biggest problem is coasting while hitting a bump, or turning rather tightly with my bicycle, whether pedaling or not, I guess, on a turn. That can cause it to slip off. So at least I know what increases the chances of it falling. And again, like I said, I think in a past video, since I ride a single speed, I can coast, you know, without pedaling. I can still move forward versus a fixed gear bike. So the danger isn't quite as great, but it is a safety issue and it needs to be fixed today. So we'll do that when we get home. If I had a chain tool, which I don't on me right now, if I had a chain tool, I can maybe check, see if one of the pins is loose in the links, but I don't think that's an issue. I don't think. It could be. Could be causing a slack chain, but if I had a chain tool, I really couldn't do much. I still couldn't do much because to fix this, because all I could do there is, you know, maybe remove a link or something, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe I have a ridiculously stretched out chain and that could work, but I don't know if that's a real solution though. I sort of doubt it though, because a chain link is pretty long. One link in a chain is over an inch. I don't think I'm that slack, but it could be. So I'm more than halfway done with my lunch ride, and we'll have to fix this after my evening commute home. So fingers crossed. You can't see my fingers crossed. Got the lobster gloves. hopefully I can just get home safe tonight and then deal with it when I get home, because I'm not riding this bike tomorrow if I don't do something to fix this issue. And that something will probably be installing that chain tensioner I got. It looks nice, but like I said, it's extra friction on the chain. It means extra work for me when I pedal, extra weight. It looks nice though. It's a loud trucks next to the highway here. It looks nice though. It's a Renan chain tensioner. I can't remember the name of it. The roller lagger or something. I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's made in the USA or assembled or something in the USA. A lot of people who convert their bikes to single speed like it. My hope was that I could just find the magic gear ratio for me, which I have, and then go completely without a chain tensioner. And I have been able to do that until now, because over time, like I said, your bicycle chain will stretch as it wears. And the solution to that is either retension it with some sort of, a chain tensioning tool, or if you have an actual single speed bike, unlike myself, you just pull the rear wheel backward more, and that'll tension the chain more for you. And you have plenty of modulation with a real single speed bike to do that. I'm also using a 3/32 multi-speed chain versus a 1/8. So it's not quite as beefy. It probably will stretch more. It is a bit lighter though. So again, you gotta weigh, do I want something that's lighter and less durable, or, so there's that to consider too. So yeah, what I'll probably end up doing tonight is taking it real easy right now. I'm only going 14 miles per hour. Just do no hands, right? Okay. Probably not good with the chain that's busted, but going downhill now. Well, what I'll do is I'll put on the chain tensioner tonight. Maybe order a different size chain ring, and we'll see how that goes. I could go up to a 53, a 54 tooth in the front, and not incredibly make it harder to bicycle, but it will make it a bit harder. And I don't think that's the way I really want to go. If anything, I might actually want to go a little easier. So I'll have to figure out that. It's sort of trial and error. If I went to a smaller chain ring in front with the same cog in the back, I don't think I could remove a whole link out of my chain when I put a new chain on. However, now that this chain has been stretched, it might work. Or I could just buy a new chain, but that's not cheap. If I had to switch out my chain every, I don't know, 2 months or whatever, a chain costs, about $10, so Sure, it's what, $5 a month or whatever, but still, that's like, it's a bit of a hassle. And well, I guess that is another option. I could do that. I could just throw this chain away or hold on to it for parts and just put a different chain on that hasn't stretched as much. But boy, with the way I ride, it'll stretch quickly. So that's not a very good solution either. And here I am talking about my bicycle issues. This is all it's sort of in my head right now because I'm trying to remember, hey, I got a faulty piece of equipment here. I need to remember I have a faulty piece of equipment and not get into a bad accident. So there's multiple options. I do have a spare chain at home. I think a new one. So I could try that too. So I guess what I'm saying is there'll just be some troubleshooting to be done tonight when I get home. You know, I've been warned, you know. It's not entirely, you know, the bike's fault. It is a chain has fallen off multiple times, so it's tried to warn me. So today's Monday, December 8th. Not one of my better days. Having chain issues. I'm wearing some sunglasses I don't like. Although they are comfortable, you know. Won't knock it for that. Whew. Okay, make a right here, back onto Craft Street, which was what we were on earlier. I've stopped twice having to fix this chain, and yet I'm still pretty sweaty. head back in the alley here. We're gonna climb up the hill on the left, steep hill. Okay. This is why I don't really want to make my gear harder. Oh, this is one way I forgot. Make a left. Keep forgetting that. I need to get better at that. I know where I am. Just forget that sort of thing sometimes. Whew. This might be my first time filming this ride with my new camera. It just so happens to be when my chain keeps failing. This is another prime example of sometimes what bicyclists have to deal with. So maybe there's a little more sympathy out there for us from motorists to understand sort of what we have to deal with. Even though I think most of them can't really empathize. Can't understand how cold it is out here. Let the faster vehicles go. I'm a very nice guy. Okay. Because a bicycle is a vehicle. It has to obey all the same rules that cars do. Well, that's the idea anyway. Right? So my chain hasn't fallen off again, but that's because I know it's the weakest link right now. It may never fall off again for a long time, but this is an issue. It needs to be fixed. And I actually think it will fall off again soon, and probably at the worst time. So we'll get it fixed though. All is good. Life goes on. I've seen some videos of people riding in New York City, like Manhattan and stuff. I actually think it'd be easier with slower moving traffic and one-way streets for bicyclists. I think this sort of thing is almost harder. But riding in traffic like that, though, I still salute them for being able to do that. So it's not easy trying to negotiate turns and everything with everyone driving all crazy everywhere, but at least on a one-way street you can expect that you know, you know which direction people are going to be going, you know. On a two-way street, you know which way they're going, but you got two different variables to deal with. It might be easier to make left turns though on a two-way street. You don't have to get over, you don't have to plan ahead as soon. Whew. All right, this is bumpy. Being alert and aware about my chain potential to come off here. Yeah, that's another good example of you know, there are people on the streets like myself right now in cars that have issues with them that probably shouldn't be on the streets. And yet are. So there might be someone that has a leaking brake fluid or something really crazy like that, where they can't stop as fast, or their brakes could fail any moment. So expect the unexpected and ride as if you're invisible, because in a lot of cases you are, to motorists and other road users. Bright lights helps though. Bright clothing also. Make a right here. Whew. Do, 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 do. Making it back alive. Back alive. Always a good thing. Let's make a left. Do, 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 do. See, I'm coasting, so now I know there's a great potential for my chain to come off if I hit a big bump. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I think we're gonna ride behind the Schnucks grocery store. Pop, here goes something. That was the chain. That was the chain slipping. So I hit a bump. No reason to freak out yet. Getting past all these cars that think that I'm gonna blow the stop signs. Make a right here. Shoom. Go behind the Schnucks grocery store. As long as there's no trucks in the way. I'll ride through the parking lot. We're in Maplewood, Missouri now. Slow down here. There's a speed bump for a reason. Blind spot. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go around the parking lot over here and watching his front wheels. Buzz through that light there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.